Alright, let's see if it connects and starts the stream. We are live, and I'm going to grab a chair. Alright, I got a little folding chair. I should be good to go now. So, everyone, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the show. What we've got going on is a live stream of the sun as seen through my solar telescope in my backyard. And we are zoomed in about 300% right now on a sunspot region. I'm going to try and drag it closer to the center. There's just a lot of really cool features going on the sun today. So what I've got is my Lunt 100 millimeter solar telescope and an ASI 174 monochrome camera. I did a little bit of work on it today and installed an autofocuser. So now if we wanted to, we could look at a blurry sun like this. And then we can bring it back into focus like this. And if the focus begins to drift, we can tune it up a little bit. That's looking pretty good. But yeah, we got some really interesting solar activity happening. So we got this sunspot here. If we back out from 300% zoom to something like 125% zoom, you can see that there's all sorts of sunspots happening on the sun today. What I really like is this itty bitty region down here, which I'm going to center up. Maybe we can zoom in on that. It looks like this sunspot here in the middle has this streamer coming off of it, but I don't think that that's actually floating above the sun. I mean, it's floating above the sun, but not straight up. I do think that it's moving laterally across the sun. But this is like really hot plasma. That really white streamer, the hotter it gets, the whiter it becomes on my camera. And let's see if maybe I go here. I figured out through the help of a friend how to change some stuff. So let's say we're to do 1024 by 768. Let's say I just wanted to do a real tight region of the sun. I don't care about that warning. And then you know what, we're actually going to zoom out just a tiny little bit. No. I'm trying to do a smaller region of interest on this. Do 8 by 600. Because what I want to do is I want to do a capture of this region, but I want to do it in such a way that I get like an insane or an absurd frame rate. Let's try that. do 3,000 frames. And then what I'll try to do a little later on is, I'm surprised that there's no comments. In any event, we're trying to push this capture as fast as I can. So it looks like I was able to capture 3,000 frames in 18 seconds of an 800 by 600 region of interest, which means I could theoretically stack that and maybe make a really sharp region here. Let's go ahead and keep looking around. Oh, you know what else we could look for? Are filaments. So we're going to push this all the way back up to max resolution. We'll zoom out a little bit so we can get full size. Ah, cool. Glenn, thanks for confirming. Ooh, and the sun has drifted. That's fine. We can bring it back. There we go. So the sun's drifting a little bit because I'm not exactly polar aligned. I was, but I had to do some stuff with my mount, and I ended up moving it, and I broke the polar alignment, and I have not realigned. So there's our sun in all of its full scale, nice and feathery. Nice detail showing up on the surface of the sun. But if we take our camera and get rid of that camera, we'll shrink that down, and we start increasing the amount of signal we're collecting between frames, we can see all of those prominences dancing up above the edge. And what I wanted to do, but I didn't have time today, there, was throw the double stack on. I might play with the double stack tomorrow. Thinking if I do the double stack, that would give us a lot better detail. Just give me a moment here. I'm gonna try something. I'm also going to learn how to get music playing. I like this prominence way up here on the top of the sun. Zoom way in and pan up to it. There we go. Reposition the sun. Dial that exposure back a little bit. That might work. No. That's not where I wanted it to go. Alright, just try and do it this way then. Do another 3,000 frames, just like that. So I'm trying to capture another 3,000 frames of the sun, but this time I've overexposed it a little bit, and we've got these prominences. Then once those are done, I'm going to drop the exposure down. So that way the sun looks like a normal. It's a little too deep. So now the sun will look normal. Capture 3,000 of them. And then later on when I go to process this, I can have surface detail and prominences. We'll see how that looks. Back to full size, or well, damn near full size. This region just looks so cool, I think. Dive in. We're gonna go way in. 400% zoom. There. Hey, Dazzle, what's up? Gain is essentially the same thing, Glenn. I'm just changing the exposure duration. I don't really want to mess with the gain. I've been told that 178 is kind of the sweet spot on this camera. It's an old camera. It's like, I think I've had this camera 8 years. So I don't mess with the 178. I just change the exposure. But we got ourselves some fun sun happening. Hello, Amy. Welcome in. Yeah, day job gets in the way, but I'm done with day job now. Day job over. I'm gonna grab something to drink. So for those of you who are new to here, hey Becca Wow, Michael Kidd in the chat is a long time, we almost met in real life, friend of mine. He's a fellow astro nerd and a fellow techie like I am. And he and I have, we've always had plans to do shit and it just never quite lined up. He was actually in my area earlier this year and we were supposed to have lunch and fuck if I know, life got away from me. Oh, Sarah, I ask some of the girls in here like Amy or Dazzle Shine or Becca Wow. I do on TikTok. I get drunk all the time. Max, get in here. And Sarah Whitnauer, I've known far too long. Probably 7 years now. So I've switched out telescopes, or not telescopes. It's the same telescope. We're still single stacked. I didn't put the extra solar filter on to give us a little bit better detail. But I did switch out the computers and I gave us, I added the autofocuser. So now I can automatically focus. So it looks like we're losing a little bit of focus. So if I just kind of figure out that, I think was the wrong direction. We'll go this way. We might be able to sharpen this up a little bit. And I can do this. I can do this from my air conditioning. I don't have to go sit outside where it's 108 degrees. Sarah hates TikTok. It's because all she gets are trans people dancing around in their bikinis. I'm kidding. She's actually Sarah's actually really LGBT friendly. She's a good friend of ours. A lot of black border along the top. Okay, so I can fix that. There. That should fix it. Ta-da! Sweet. Mike, thanks for the tip. I don't know why Sarah hates TikTok so much. Well, Mike, I'm not trying to fill the screen. What I'm trying to do is kind of crop in a little bit, and I'm using a dark theme on OBS and the trackpad on the Mac, and I guess I didn't get it centered the way that I wanted it to. Left border still present. Shouldn't be. Let me bring up the stream software just again a bit more. RDP window. Damn. There. That should fix it now. Let's zoom out and see how the sun is. It's probably drifted a bit. Yep, sun's drifting. I know there's already a command in progress. You're too fucking slow. And then that way. Maybe a couple more. That should be pretty well centered now. I have to manually trigger an electronic focuser. It doesn't have a real-time autofocusing as far as I know. It can do an autofocus routine. From what I've read, Sharpcap now contains the code to do autofocus. I've never attempted to do it, so I don't know how it works. I've never tried to autofocus on the sun. I have always autofocused on stars. I guess we can try it. Let's see. Would it be under tools? Possibly. Focus assistant. We can try Fourier detail detection. Let's do 30 steps. So it's definitely losing its focus, but I don't see triangles are changing at all. So we will stop using that. Tools. Focus assistant. Get back here. Automatic refocus. What can you come up with? I don't think it's doing anything. So we'll try another set of tools. All right, focus assistant. Fourier detail detection. I got a feeling Michael's telling me what to do because he's... There we go. He's probably on Google. Let's see. There's probably something here for it to use. All right, so we were moving out. We're going to start moving in 30 steps at a time. See, I know it's getting more and more into focus. It doesn't seem to think it is. See, that looks hella focused. And this didn't like hardly change at all. So I'm just going to continue focusing manually with my eyes. There. Recentered. And yeah, we'll just, because we can, because I got the whole disc up of the sun, and that looks neat, but we'll just go ahead and dive right into a sunspot. Where are you? You're up here, yes. See, that looks really nicely focused, just by doing it by the eye. It might take a little while to do via the eye, but it is doable. See if there's been any sunspot, or not sunspot, solar flares. So I go to spaceweather.com for all of that. Oops. So there was a within the last 6 hours there was a class C5, which is a really small solar flare. I don't know that I would see a C5 solar flare. And the biggest one still was the 24-hour M2 at just around 6 a.m. Central Time. So I gotta zoom out just a little bit. And I think the one that's centered, I believe, is Sunspot 3386. I believe this one is 3393. That's basically centered up right now. I don't know, I gotta zoom maybe all the way out and take a look. I'm looking at this picture of the sun, and it doesn't look like anything that I... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yes. The sunspot that's basically just above the up and down center line, on the right side, that's part of a bigger sunspot group that's rotating out of view. That is 3380. That was a really cool group. Then we've got 3386, which is the big chonker, just to the right of the center, the big one. The smaller one, almost on the center, that's part of a whole bunch of little sunspots, but this is the biggest of them. That is 3393. And then the one that's got the really cool glowy white filament that moves down and to the left from it, that one I think is 3392. The one up and to the left of that one is Sunspot 3391. And then the one at the bottom, that's a whole new sunspot that doesn't have a number associated with it on this map. So it's moving into view right now. I'm pretty sure that one will get a number by tomorrow. Close that. We don't need that open anymore. I don't need that window open anymore. There. Sun recentered yet again. I think I'm going to do some more of this live streaming tomorrow as well. I'm about to lose the sun to a tree before too long. I think after this, I'm going to run up to the store. I got to hanker up for some brats or something. I'm probably going to barbecue some of those tonight. So if any of my TikTok gang is still watching, I'll do a grill and chill later. Michael, I'm sending you a photo, which you've already received by the time you hear me announce it. Because I think my live stream is 4 or 5 minutes lagged. I think going forward, I'm going to get some music that plays during these streams. I'm going to get that royalty-free, copyright-free stuff. Actually, I've also got Deep Sky Dude's music that he lets me use during my live streams. Might have adjusted too far, but that's fine because it's just going to come back. Because it does drift from the bottom up. So, well, while we're doing that, let me show you what I was looking at as far as sunspot regions go. Fire up the Google Chrome. So here's the map of the sun that I was using. And my sun is this. And so it's not quite a one-to-one perfect match of what's going on, but there is enough similarity that I can see the three sunspots, the three big sunspots that kind of make a little curved line across the center. I mean, you can see those same three making a curved line across the center of mine, and then just orient that way. So. I want to do one more capture, but this time instead of 3,000, I'm gonna go for broke. I'm gonna do 5,000 frames and hope that we get some good ones. I'm also not gonna do mono 16. I'm gonna do mono 8. Oh, I can't. I already started capturing all 5,000. Okay, then I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to run out of hard drive space soon, but that's fine. I have a much bigger external drive that I'm going to plug in and transfer everything to later. So we've dropped about 600 frames. I've caught 3,200 out of the 5,000 that we're trying to get. And maybe next week I will I'll process this. Well, I'm going to try and process this data before next week, but if it turns out really good, maybe I'll do a live stream where I process sun data. so I can capture some stuff and then come back and process. I'm trying to build up my my live streaming hours and my watch time hours on this channel again. Trying to remind people that I'm still alive. I did not die during the pandemic. I am still here. I've been incredibly busy for the past 2 years, and maybe I'll do a live stream if there's enough people that want to know about what happened over the past 2 years, where I've been and what's been going on. Okay, so the capture's complete. We got our 5,000 frames. So I'm going to end the stream at this point. But I'll probably be streaming again more tomorrow. I'll probably do 2 more live streams tomorrow, just like I did today. One on my lunch break and then one in the afternoon. But I do have to run to the grocery store and I got to buy some food. So I will be taking off to go do that now. And I will just catch you all on the next live stream.